What'd you get pulled over for?
Missed my turn to get on the expressway.
Okay.
So what do you do when you miss a turn, Harland?
U-turn.
This fucking guy goes to the car, gets me a ticket, gives me a ticket. Yeah.
For a U-shape?
For a U-shape.
You should have said to him, you said, I didn't make a U-turn, officer. I did a rainbow turn.
Because rainbow turns, they're
Gay.
racist.
Racist and gay. But right, because they're pretty much the same shape.
I would say so.
He goes, sir, you just made a U-turn. You go, no. I just made a rainbow turn, sir, officer.
Why would you say it like that, though?
Because rainbows are gay.
Rainbows are gay.
But U's aren't.
U's are not gay.
U's are straight.
Yeah, and if they say that, oh, you can't do a rainbow turn, you could actually have a case in court.
Right.
And say you guys are
discriminated.
Gay bashers.
Gay basher, yeah.
Right. That makes sense.
You're riding down the Harland Highway.
All right, hold tight on the Holland Highway show.
Harland Williams.
I'm going to pop a Frosty.
That's cool. Is that an official sponsor?
What?
Waterloo?
What, Waterloo? Mineral water?
Could be.
No, they're not a sponsor.
It could be.
They're not, though.
They could be.
They're really not. Delicious water from the center of the earth, sparkling grape.
Waterloo.
Definitely not a sponsor.
They could be. Yeti.
All right.
For all your coffee needs.
I'm going to hit the theme music.
I want to hear this.
Oh, do you want to hear it? Okay. Tell me when you're set. It's really
I'm set,
fun.
Dude.
Okay. That's right. Here we go. Oh, right.
I like that. We are loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, now that's right. We're on the Holland Highway podcast, and what a treat, bro.
This is a treat. More of a toll road, really.
Is it a toll? Would you pay a toll to be on the Harland Highway?
To get to here, I would.
How much would you pay, though? Like, what would you pay to get on this highway we call Harland?
Each way, $275.
Like 275 or
No, man,
275?
$275, like the standard toll fee.
Or less than what a cheeseburger costs at a fast food place.
That's precisely my point, my friend.
Okay. Maybe not the best compliment I've ever received, but
it's a nice
delicious.
highway. But it makes you want to come more if it's a little less.
Okay. Now I'm phasing these down, so if you want to take the cans off, you can. It's up to you.
It's a little loud in here.
Is it loud? Am I
this
too
is
loud?
much better. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right. The theme music's completely off now.
Nice tone.
Right? Folks, who do we have here today? Why am I asking you? You don't know, but I do. Amir K is here.
Thank you for having me. How long will y'all?
Oh, dude, it's so good to have you here. And the first thing I wanted to pop and drop with is your name has always been sort of a mystery to me.
Okay.
Because it's Amir and then K.
That's it.
Yep. And we're in Hollywood, and you've done something that no other entertainer has done. And I don't know if it's presumptuous or if it's genius or if artsy-fartsy, but you just, we got Michael J. Fox, we got Samuel L. Jackson, we got William H. Macy, but you just dropped a last name. You just went Amir K. Fuck a last name.
Fuck it. Why? Why wait? Less
right.
Of an intro. I like it's got a ring to it. Amir K.
Amir K.
That's it. And it was just from the beginning days of open micing, really.
It was?
Yeah. People would butcher my last name and
so you actually have a last name?
I do. Yeah, Harland. This is a little known fact about me. A lot of people don't know it.
Oh, don't tell me
I'm
yet.
not going to tell you. I'm actually not going to tell your guests what it is.
You won't say it the whole podcast?
No, I won't.
You won't? Okay. Because I was going to say save it till later, like cock tease my audience.
That's actually the last name. It's Cocktease with a K.
Are you serial?
Amir Cocktease. That's why I had it.
Oh, dude.
It is.
I guessed it on the first.
Fuck. You're good. He's good. He's really good.
He's really good. Well, here's the thing, because whenever I hear your name, it takes me out of it being a name, and it reminds me of other things. Like there's a whole list of things that your name reminds me of, right?
Shoot.
Like Amir K, sometimes I think it sounds like a convenience store.
Like a special K?
No,
Circle K.
No, it's sort of like, yeah, we're out of butter. Someone run over to the Amir K and pick up some butter.
I've never heard this.
You know what I mean?
No, I haven't heard this.
See, this is why you need to hear this. And then I also think it could also be a weapon, like a machine gun.
Right.
Like, get the Amir K. There's someone out in the backyard. Like, fucking load the Amir K up. Let's rock and roll.
These are the things you're thinking of when you see me on the lineup?
When I see you. Yeah, I think of this.
I've never thought of this. I never thought of it. And I never thought that you would think of me in that way.
I know. It's weird. It just comes to me. And then I also think you could also be like kind of a therapy / seminar.
Amir K.
It's like, try the Amir K method. Are you troubled in your life? Are you anxious?
I like this.
Come for the Amir K seminar at
I
the
love this.
Grand Hyatt Ballroom.
If you wake up in the morning and you look at yourself in the mirror and you see yourself as anything less than a soldier, you are not equipped for the struggles of life.
Did I just get Amir K'd?
I believe so.
For free?
You can also, yeah, you can.
Oh, wow.
I feel like that's the seminar, huh?
Yeah, dude, that's exact. See?
But if you can, dude, I love you know what I love is
Yeah.
those like guys that go on these like podcasts like
Yeah.
this, and they put some music behind it.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah, some Amir K,
Yeah.
some Amir K, session music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
We could just do like rants, and the shit doesn't even make sense, but it does.
Yeah.
If you look at yourself and you see yourself as a chief or captain of some sort, that's fine. But this is a huge but. I'm talking Kim Kardashian mixed with Iggy Azalea. But
Huge
if
butt.
you see yourself as a king, emperor of sorts, you cannot be bestowed with the gifts of enlightenment.
Thank you, Amir K.
Because the ego
Yes.
coming from ergo, mean the loin of the god,
Okay. I
is
thought it was.
preventing you from realizing your self-worth, which is not enabling you to get the bestowment of eternal bliss. For example, Roland, may I call you Roland?
Yes.
Like if I call you Roland, we can
Yes.
agree it's the same as Harland.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the words jumble around a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? But if you get upset with me, since I call you Roland
Yeah.
and not your given name, which is Harland,
Yeah.
you can understand that you are not able to accept the fact that you are less powerful than me. Does it make sense? It's really quite simple, actually.
Yes, Amir K.
This is a good method, bro. I think this is a good method.
I'm glad I signed up for your lecture series.
Would you come back?
I don't know if I can afford it.
$275, motherfucker.
That's what you paid to get on the Harland
That's
Highway.
right, baby.
Now
The
we're-
Holland
now we're even.
Expressway. Back to commercial.
Oh, speaking of commercial, that's another thing. The Amir K, it's like an infomercial, like the new amazing Amir K takes drywall studs out, chops vegetables, and will seal a hole in your roof. It's like kind of like a wonder
Right,
thing, the
It's like
Amir K.
a wonder tool. And there's more.
Yeah.
The more
Is it'll shave your dog.
and take your cats for walks.
The Amir K.
The Amir K.
The wonder tool. So these are just some of the things
So
that
this-
go through my head.
I love that.
But it's just a fascinating name, and every time I see it, I have all these associations with it.
That's pretty cool.
Has it been a tough name to carry around? Has it been a burden, or is it a bag of fun?
It's a bag of fun for me, really,
Yeah.
because in the beginning, the reason I did choose Amir K. How can you get serious here, man?
So, dude, tell me about. I know you have a dog. We got to talk
do.
about dogs. I know you love your
I
dog.
love my dog.
Let's get into it. What
Doogie.
kind is it?
He's a wiener dog, Dachshund.
Oh,
He's the best, man. I've had
He
him
is-
for 17 years.
wait.
Like the longest I've ever had a dog, Doogie, and he's the best. And I have like material about him people love.
But at 17, is he an invalid?
He you know what's funny is like he's had 2 back surgeries, like pretty serious ones.
Oh, so he's a wiener dog that can't get erect.
Yeah. He can't. He's got problems. You know, he's got erectile dysfunction, I guess
Wow.
you'd say. And his back legs are super weak, which is get real sad, you know, because you see him, he's a lot slower than he used to be. But sometimes he still acts like a puppy.
Well, the good
Like
thing
he's
about
still-
wiener dogs, when their legs go, you can just roll them.
Yeah, they get those little wheelchairs.
Well, no, they're shaped like a wiener, so you can just roll them down the street.
Jesus
You
Christ.
don't have to walk them.
Jesus Christ.
When you're shaped like a tube, you just, hey, taking Wingnut out for a roll.
That's right. You could do that. They're very little legs.
What's wrong with his legs? Now I'm
It's just
sad. I'm
over
sort of
the-
sad
over-
inside.
Over the years, you know, when dogs get they're like elderly, they kind of their muscles and their back legs kind of tend to give out a little bit, and so, I mean, he just gets tired really easily. You know, like if we go on a walk, he can't go very far.
But if our wiener dogs, I don't kind of ever associate with being overly active, like
Oh, he
not
used to be.
not jumpers or sprinters.
He used to be a sprinter. I'm not bullshitting you. He used to win when he was a puppy, like 9 months old. He won. There's wiener dog races in Huntington Beach, where I used to live.
Okay.
They had this place. It was like Oktoberfest. It was like this old like Germany village type of thing. And
Perfect.
They would do wiener dog races. And
Yeah.
Doogie was like a champion. He used to run with me. I had a beach cruiser, like a little bike.
Yeah.
And then I had a basket for him that I put him in and ride him down to the beach. But he hated being in the basket. He just always wanted to be running alongside me, like running.
Wow.
And I'm going full speed, and he's just like this little midget guy.
Yeah.
And he's just bombing next to me. And people would be like, put him in the basket. That's so mean. But he just loved it. And he was jacked.
But in a way, didn't that sort of contribute to wearing down his joints and his legs?
Well, he kind of, that was way before he had the first surgery. So then that was when I lived like near the beach, and we'd go and do that all the time. And then I'd just take him to the dog park after we moved up to LA. And he would just go to the dog park and play around and stuff. So
Wait, how many surgeries has he had?
he had two.
Oh.
And like the doctor, because they have disc conditions sometimes, their backs are so long. He had a degenerative disc disease.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they did one, and the doctor, it was so expensive.
How much?
$7,200 for each one. It's like 14 grand for both.
Wow. And how much did he cost?
I don't know, I think like it's maybe $1,500 back in the
Maybe
day.
not the best wiener investment I've ever heard.
Not a good wiener investment at all.
Yeah.
No, but I still have this joke. I go, I just had to get my dog a $7,200 surgery.
What the?
Yeah, fake tits ain't cheap. You know? And that's a quick little one that I would do, you know?
Just a quick little
Just
treat?
a quick little one, yeah.
Just a
I
quick
still
little
slide
one.
it in there. People know this one. Yeah. Thought it was quite fun.
That's a quick little one.
Yeah.
Just almost like a bonus treat
Just
almost.
a little one, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it goes on. I had bits about his back surgery. I had bits about
Wait,
him.
I want to hear about
I can't.
his...
I mean, you got to look at the bits. It's weird to do it on the podcast. You know how that goes.
Well, no, I don't. Like,
Come
what
on,
if we did it as a... like it was a conversation.
A whole conversation about it?
Like, instead of doing it as a bit, like...
Okay.
I mean, what I mean, can we try it?
Well,
I'm
walk me
interested.
into it.
Well, your dog got tits.
You're the host. Oh no, it's not about that. Then I talk about what really happened.
What happened to the guy?
So he had a slip disc in his neck.
Oh no!
Yeah, so we put him down.
Did
I don't know. No, I didn't.
Wait, he had a slip disc and you put him down?
Yeah.
By the way,
And I haven't had a dog for about 10 years, but I tell people I do.
oh, you do? Yeah. So you don't have a dog?
Isn't that fucked up?
Oh God, that's really
It's really morbid,
fucked
huh?
up. Yeah.
Yeah, so all these people think I still have a dog.
Did you?
But I don't. No, I do. Doogie's he's
Oh,
fine.
he's still
home. Yeah.
there.
He's only 6.
He's only sick. What? He's not 17?
He is.
Oh, okay. You have a confusing dog.
Super confusing.
Like a Rubik's dog.
It's like as confusing as being on the Harland Express.
I know.
The Harland Expressway.
But wait, does he know tricks? Because I'm sorry I'm asking. I love dogs.
I do too. Do you have a dog?
I've had dogs, yeah. Okay. I've had 3 or 4 dogs over my life. So, but does your guy do some tricks?
He does. He does.
What?
Like he would do this thing where if he's on the couch, I'll go dig, 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 and he'll do this on the couch,
Yeah.
and then he'll shake hands, he'll wave.
Whoa.
Pretty cool. I can show you videos.
He does the wave?
He does the wave. But he doesn't do, you know how, I don't know if you've seen the wiener dogs that like get up on their hind legs.
Yeah.
That's not good for their backs.
Yeah, your dog can't do that.
Can't do that. No, he's an invalid.
He doesn't even have a. God,
No.
I taught my dog this stupid trick. Have you ever taught that dog play dead?
Yeah. I haven't taught Doogie, but no, I've seen that.
It's
that
the
trick.
dumbest trick because, you know, when you think about it, the only time in life that you ever play dead is if a grizzly bear's coming, right?
Right.
Like that's all you ever hear. Oh, there's a grizzly bear, play dead.
Yeah.
So here I am in Los Angeles. I don't think there's any grizz in Hollywood.
No.
And so here I am wasting my time teaching this dog to play dead for what?
No use.
You know?
Yeah.
And why do I need to teach it how to play dead? I live in LA. I could take it out for a walk and it could get hit with a drive-by on any given day.
And it's real dead.
And
Yeah.
be dead for
Oh,
real.
I get it. Harland, I mean, that's a conundrum we've all dealt with, I think,
Right?
living in LA. And people don't get that.
Hey everybody, check out my merchandise at harbling.com. Yeah, most people just slap some letters or images on a t-shirt or a hoodie, but not me. Yours truly. Guess what? I draw my own designs. At harbling.com you can see tons of my hand-drawn t-shirts. You can either buy the original or you can buy a print. And man, oh man, wear them loud and proud. I love making these designs for you guys and keeping it personal. So check out the whole catalog. We got hoodies, we got coffee mugs, we got t-shirts, you name it, it's there at harbling.com. Get your Harland original design, wearable art at harbling.com today. And thank you for your support. And I'll just keep the groovy images coming.
Yeah.
And before we got on the podcast, guys, if you're listening to
Yeah.
this, Harland had an ant farm outside, which is
Oh,
only a thing
yeah.
you could find at a Harland Williams studio,
Yeah.
is an ant farm. And he kind
Yeah.
of told me how...
It's such a weird, morbid toy because is it a toy?
I don't know if it's a toy, more so of a little prison for ants.
It's like you order it and they send you this ant farm and then they send you a little tube of ants and it's
And the ants come with the toy, so you don't go and collect ants that
Right.
you find naturally and imprison
Right.
them.
They
These are bred to become
ant farm
farm
ants.
captives.
Yeah, they send them in the mail. Whoever gets ants in the mail, I do.
torture.
You believe it? Can you imagine my delight when I go to my mailbox and there's a little package of live ants?
Yeah.
Most people are trying to get ants out of their house, and I have them coming
Coming
in.
in and just shoving them up your ass.
Well, I don't remember that part, but
It's
I
a
was
good
a little itchy one night.
It's a good way to get them loose.
God.
God, hey, Harley, can we talk about fishing a little bit?
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
'Cause I know-
Dude, we can talk. By the way, we can talk about anything you want. And just don't think I didn't hear you say conundrum a few minutes ago. And I know that's your last name, probably. I know you're dropping hints.
I am. By the end of it, I'll have said my last name, and you have to guess.
I want
which-
you to do that throughout the
Okay.
somehow, like slip it in somewhere, and I'll see if I can pick it. But conundrum's the front runner. But fishing, come on, talk to
Fishing.
me, guy.
Yeah.
Talk to me gently. Talk to me sweetly.
So we were both in Florida recently, this last week,
Yeah.
and I was in Naples, and you were in Tallahassee.
I was actually in the city just south of Naples in Harry.
Oh, okay. So you were in Harry. Yeah, but anyway, I was like,
Harry,
I saw you
Naples.
post some. I saw you post some videos of some redfish,
Oh yeah, dog.
and I've never caught one. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Luck suck. This is dope. Like you're fishing,
Yeah.
and I figured you were around the area I was at because that fish is native to that area.
yeah,
So I was like, is he in Louisiana? Where the hell is he? Is
yeah.
he
I
at
was down
Gulf?
Florida way.
That's so cool. But then I was like, okay. And then I went and I hadn't fished in those waters ever before.
Yeah,
And I what I've been starting to do since I fish so much is like get
Yeah.
on a charter or connect with somebody that fishes.
yeah, yeah.
And they took me out for snook.
Oh yeah, snook's a big Florida fish.
Yeah, and that
that's
was
a
quite
go-to. Do you eat them or do you catch
No.
and release?
That was a catch and release type of situation.
Yeah.
But they did have like mangrove snapper that we caught, but you know, I wasn't going to keep anything. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
just on the road there, so I couldn't process it and all that stuff.
What is it about the fishing that you like, though? What is the rush? What is the fascination? What is the thrill?
Well, I like being by myself out there. You know, I've got a little tiny boat, like a little bathtub, little Boston Whaler, 16-footer.
Really?
Yeah, and I just go out and go to Catalina Island with it. I keep it down here in like San Pedro.
Oh, a 16-footer, and you feel safe going out to Catalina?
Yeah.
Is that a little intimidating? You're out in the open water?
I've been caught in some weather sometimes, but it's very seaworthy. The boat's Boston Whaler is
that?
very seaworthy, but
Yeah.
it's a very small boat. But if I pick my days when the swell is low and the wind isn't up, then it's very calm. It's like a lake, and I just fly there and then fish for the day and come back before like afternoon winds pick up.
Yeah.
And I'll be okay. We got to go, man. I got to take you.
I'd love to
Feel
go.
safe. But we'll go on a bigger boat. We'll go on a friend's boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a therapeutic experience for you to fish, or is it connecting with nature, or is it to get away, or do you really zero in on conquering man versus the fish?
I think all of the stuff you said. I like to be, it's like, you know, after being on the road and the hecticness of traveling and all that shit, then when you get home, I just jump on the boat and go out and fish. And there's something about being out there with just the water and everything.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like you're by yourself and you see how vast, like the whole, I mean, you're so fucking little.
Yeah.
You know, in this, like you're on the edge of a map and you're just like, you can see water till the fucking horizon.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, the feeling.
I was going to mention the water because the water, it's humbling. There's an energy to the water, especially when you're on the ocean.
Right.
There's that salty air. Somehow it feels different when you're breathing it. It feels different on your skin. There's a connectivity. The ocean almost sort of feels like the pulse or the heartbeat of the planet to me. And so when you're around it, you're really like connecting with Mother Nature in a big way.
I feel the same way. And I have to be around that. Like, you know, when people want to move to like fucking Austin or someplace, I'm like, I got to be around like a coast.
Really?
Yeah, I just have this connection to it. I don't know.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Like, I just like being around the water, knowing that it's around, you know, even like living here.
Yeah.
Like you go up to a mountain or even here, you could see like, you know, the ocean and you're like, okay, there's some like, I don't know. There's something to me.
I love it too, and I love the moment where you're sort of you know, playing cat and mouse with the fish.
And it's such a like you know, learning all these techniques and the knots and like, you know, what the fish do and like thinking like a fish, and it's like that chase is so fucking cool to me. And it's like, you know, targeting a specific species or whatever and figuring it out, and then also like processing it and cooking it at home.
Do you cook? Do you cook the fish?
Oh, yeah.
Are you good?
I'm pretty good at it, yeah.
I
smoke it. I do all sorts of different styles.
Cereal?
I make ceviche. I make all sorts of different things. Sashimi. It's so good, man. We got to go and we'll do like a little catch and cook.
How big are your rolling papers?
They're pretty big. Wow. Yeah. Hard to smoke a fish, huh?
Well, I was going to say, but...
Doesn't stay lit.
It don't... Oh, God, yeah.
Spark it out.
Spark that trout up, bro.
Smoking trout.
You know what's great? You don't really have to roll them as a flounder. You don't even need papers. You just roll the fish right up because it's flat like paper.
That's true.
So you just smoke it raw.
Sparkanja.
So you've never caught a redfish?
I've never caught a redfish. And they're delicious, too.
They're delicious,
so
and they're feisty. They fight. Like, they're really good. You got to get into a redfish.
Yeah, so where the area that you were fishing, would they just come around in schools, or do you have to like...
Sometimes they school, and sometimes they're just solo, but they're kind of shallow water fish. They sort of like the grasses. They like grassy areas and marshy areas.
So do you sight fish can you see them and you throw like a bait to them?
Sometimes you can see them, but I don't like to see the fish. I like to guess where they are.
And do you use lures, or are you using live bait, or what do you...
I use mostly lures for that, like silver spinners and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, they love that, but sometimes I'll use some cut bait.
Cool.
Have you ever gone fly fishing?
I'm going to Colorado this weekend, and I'm Jay Larson. You know Jay?
The cartoonist?
The comedian. He hooked me up. Jay Larson, shout out to Jay, hooked me up with a fly fisherman, like a guy that does guided trips, and I'm going to go with him. So
you've never done it?
I've never done it, no.
Oh, dude. It's a whole new level.
Is it? Have you?
Oh, yeah, I fly fished. It's a whole new level.
Do you
of
have
fishing.
it down, or is it?
Yeah,
something?
it's not like that. It's like this. It's a really weird whipping action.
All the years of
of fishing, and it's so different. It's sort of like regular fishing is sort of like a minivan, and fly fishing is sort of like a Rolls Royce. There's a real finesse to it. It's sort of like more the artsy. And what's really great about fly fishing is you're connecting with nature. Normally you're in a boat or you're on the shore. With fly fishing, you're standing in your rubber waders in the fish's element.
Right.
So you can feel that water we were just talking about. You can feel it rushing around your legs, and you're in it with them. So
Right.
there's a real energy, and it's beautiful.
Now that motion, when they keep going back and forth, is
Yeah.
that to dry the fly before you throw it on top of the water, so it sits there?
no,
What's
no.
that? What's the repeated?
So the repeated motion is unlike a normal fishing rod. You've got your line encased and spooled in the casing. So you're just whipping it out. With a fly line, you've got 20, 25, 30 feet of line just laying on the ground.
Right.
And so you've got to literally learn how to whip 25 feet of line
that's
back
to
and forth
extend
in
it.
the sky.
That's to keep on extending it to get to the spot that you want to
You've
hit.
got to keep it. You got to keep it airborne until you see a spot you like, and then you release,
I see.
and it flies, and the fly lands on it, and then the fly dances on the current. It looks like a real fly,
Right. And then they just hit it from the
the
bottom.
fish
That's so
come up.
cool.
Usually, the nice trout comes up, and you get to see them hit it. And you're only usually in about like 4 or 5 feet of water, and it's
That's
just
so cool.
It's amazing. And then you reel it up, and you're in their element.
So let me ask you this. So when you're doing that and you
Yeah.
get the 25, 30 feet of line, and then it hits the water, now that fish isn't going to like pull drag like a ocean, like you're out in the ocean and it's like taking like 100 yards of line or something.
right.
You're just playing with that 25 feet and you kind of reel it in.
No, you're still on a reel. You're still on a reel, so it can take out line too.
Okay.
It's a thicker kind of weird density to the line, but you're still on a reel.
I got you.
But you've got that initial 25, 30 feet that you're sort of using as a whip.
I see.
And what's really fun about it, you become a marksman. Like you're on a river and you see a log and there's a lily pad near the log, and you go, I want to drop my fly right in front of that lily pad. And you get to the point where you're like, you become a marksman.
That's so cool.
And
yeah,
it's
like
so
that
fun.
structure you want to hit perfectly. Like
You hit
that
it
spot where the
perfect.
fish are.
It's so perfect, and you can't believe the life that the flies have. Like once they hit the current, you'd think they just float down the river,
Right.
but somehow the buoyancy of the fly, and they spray and dip stuff on it to give it extra float.
Yeah.
And what you don't realize is when you get in those eddies, when you get in those currents, those pockets,
Right.
they don't just drift. So when the fly lands on it, the fly just starts going like that, and it starts skating
To give
all
a
over.
And then that's the reaction that causes.
That's the water causes that.
Right,
it's just
right.
the buoyancy of the fly, and you're not working it. It just starts moving in the water, and the fish just go boom.
And you
see
can
them
see
come-
your fly just sitting there moving.
You can
around.
see it.
Okay.
You can
Dude,
see it.
I'm looking so forward to
Oh,
it.
it's a whole new level of fishing.
Dude, if
You'll
you're
love it.
you got to do this There's a podcast called Cast and Crank.
Okay.
Crank.
Yeah, cast and crank.
Amir.
What's your last name? Cast and crank? Also, a kitchen like a infomercial. It's the new cast and crank.
The new cast. There's a podcast called Cast and Crank that my buddy Nick does. You got to do it.
Is it all about
It's a
fishing?
fishing one, yeah. You talk like this. You talk like this to the guys.
They'll go
in
nuts.
that world. They'll go nuts.
Oh, I got so many fishing stories that make your pubic hair go straight.
Give me your craziest fishing story. The craziest catch, the craziest thing that happened.
My crazy fish story is I went fishing for a sailfish in Cabo and hooked into this giant fish, and it was there was like a hurricane coming off the coast.
Right.
And so we were rolling in waves, and it took me like probably about 45 minutes to reel it in.
Oh, wow. So it was a big one.
It was big. It was 160 pounds,
Okay.
9 feet long.
Wow.
And everyone else had gone in because the hurricane came. So here's what
But
happened.
you were like hooked in and you were fighting this thing while the storm's rolling in?
Well, here's what happened. We were out in the thing, and the waves were getting bigger and bigger. And the captain says to me, he goes, Mr. Williams, we have to go in. The hurricane's getting too close.
Yeah.
And I said, let's go in. And as soon as I said the word in, it just hit.
Yeah.
So now we're out there, and I'd never hooked into a fish that big.
Right.
So my arm went numb after about like 20 minutes. Like I'd never fought it in my arm, and I literally had to get the captain to come down.
Right.
And he had to reel for like 10, 12 minutes. And then when my arm came back, I jumped in and finished it. So that was wild.
That's
that was
insane.
What about you? What's your craziest fishing story?
Like, dude, I caught it like I went to SBI. This is a crazy story. This is a guy that I fished with. He's like insane. This guy, Puria. And, you know, he's a Persian guy. And there's no Persian guys that fish. There's none, you know, like.
Yeah, how come?
Like, I mean, there's a few. Like, they hit me up actually on Instagram when I post something. They're like, oh, my God, you fish too.
Because
like,
you're from the desert? Like Persian people are from the desert?
I would imagine. You know, you're an immigrant. You know how it is.
I'm Persian.
Yeah, you're Persian. You know what goes down. Just a couple immigrants.
A couple of Persian guys talking about fishing.
Came here for a better life.
Came here for a wife.
And a life.
Some rice.
Some spice. Spice?
That's nice.
I like flies.
I like lice.
I've eaten shite.
I think we lost it, guy. We were in the zone, and then I think we lost it.
I just was not rhyming the right
There's no
word.
rhyming left in our life.
Crepes.
So tell me about your nutty fishing story, guy.
So, dude, so I get to this guy's boat. We meet on the water. There's a crazy Dorado. The Dorado are actually coming around, mahi.
Yeah,
They're starting to come around now, and it's getting crazy. Like, they're starting to hit the patties off of San Diego and stuff, but they're coming up north. And when they get here, it's that fishing. We got to go do that.
I've always wanted to catch the
My God.
Just so people know, it's also called a dolphin.
Dolphin, Dorado, mahi.
Yeah, why do they have so many names?
I don't know, man. There's like 10 different names depending on where you're at in the world.
Like a bass is just a bass. A trout is just a trout. Why does the mahi get like 30 different names?
I don't know, but it's called something different everywhere you go.
And they're really weird looking fish because they're really thin, but they're beautiful, like turquoise and yellow and
they
blue.
Change colors when you catch them. You pull them out, they change colors, and they're just so fun to catch because they'll do the acrobatics and jump out of the water and stuff, and they're so fun. And last year was the best season we've had here. I don't know because I haven't fished that long, but they said in like the last like 20 years, it's like the best it's ever been.
Whoa!
And so they're coming around now, but the point was. I met this guy, this Persian guy. It was like crazy. And when it gets like crazy off our coast here, everyone that has a boat that fishes is out on the water. So it's like a parking lot.
Yeah.
So we're out there.
That's no fun. I don't like that.
It's not fun. That's why I go during the week. Like if we go, we'll go during the week. Because the weekend, it's all the weekend. Warriors are out, you know. Everyone's got a boat. And like half the people don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, I go out there and it's like this crazy Dorado bite. And then I see this guy in this fucking little ass, like he's got like a 16-foot little, you know, it's called the Sea Dory, whatever. It's like a little, it looks like a dinghy amongst all these big boats. And this guy comes out like total like pirate looking motherfucker, you know, just like going across everybody's lines, you know, and just like he comes out, he's like shirtless. He's like fucking, it looks like he's been in the sun for like 5,000 days, you know, just like black.
Oh, looks like a drunk Kurt Russell type of guy.
Yeah, exactly, like the fucking one-eyed
Overboard.
Pirate. Overboard, that's the movie, And he comes out and he's like, and I see the guy and I've seen him on Instagram and I go, hey, Puria. He goes, hey, what's up? I go, I'm Amir. He goes, oh, yeah. And so we meet each other on the water and he's just crossed everybody's lines. People are fucking yelling at him, cursing at him, whatever. And I'm like, oh, this guy's a lunatic. Like, he's fucking crazy.
Nutty fisherman.
Yeah, anyway, we just get to talking and then I invite him to a show. I go, why don't you come to a show? You know, whatever. Come to a comedy show. Comes to the Improv. This fucking guy, I don't know if you know Craig Conant. He's a comic.
Sure.
But anyway, he looks kind of like me. This fucking guy comes to the comedy club and he's talking to Craig Conant for like 45 minutes thinking it's me. And he's like, we got to go fishing.
What a nutty fisherman.
Yeah, exactly. And the guy's like, and Craig's like, yeah, man, I like fishing. And he doesn't know why this fucking weird guy's talking to him. Anyways, I come up and I go, Puria, what's up, man? He's like, oh, shit. Oh, I thought this was you. Whatever. He's fucking, you know, not all there.
Yeah.
Anyway, he goes, let's go fishing. We'll go to SBI, which is Santa Barbara Island. Catalina's 25 miles away.
Yeah.
SBI is fucking 60 miles off our coast.
Whoa.
And he wants to go in his little boat. And I don't know. I think this guy's like a seaworthy captain. He's looked at, you know, he's been doing it for years. And he goes, let's go, dude. I get there, and it's his little fucking 16-foot boat. We're going 60 miles off the coast in night. Harland, we're going in the middle of the fucking night. And I don't know, because I think, this guy knows what he's doing.
You thought he was a seasoned sailor.
Bro, we get out there, and we're going, and I'm just not thinking anything. And it's like no radar. This is a fucking sin to go out in the middle of the night with no radar.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's very stupid. And I don't know this until I'm starting to go, this guy fucking doesn't really he's a wild man. Like he's just going. So we start going, and we get to fucking SBI, and I'm telling you, the best fishing I've ever had. We caught fucking lingcod, we caught reds, we caught halibut, we caught, I caught a black sea bass on a big ass fucking 80-pound black sea bass on a jig. Whoa. Just jig fishing. Yeah. And then the craziest fish that I caught was on that trip was a 42-pound yellowtail.
Whoa.
That was
that's a huge fish.
Dude, it's enormous. Yeah. And I mean, and yellowtail is probably my favorite fish to eat.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Just sashimi that or grill it up.
Did you keep it all?
Oh yeah, that one we did. Yeah. I mean, we went all the way out there. And there was other guys. There was a guy that's on my kind of slip where I keep my boat. Yeah. He's got I don't know, 42-foot something. And he sees us out there. And he's like, what the fuck? How did you guys get here in this little fucking thing, you know? And then the way home. So anyway, that was just a fun trip. But on the way home, dude, it was hairy as fuck. I don't know how we got back. We were getting tossed around. We'd go a mile, but we'd get pushed back from the.
It's called lumpy. That's what they call it. It's lumpy out here.
It was wind against current, so it was like a washing machine.
Oh God!
Dude, it was
Were you worried about running out of gas?
A little bit. I mean, I was just worried about fucking not making it. I'm like.
Yeah, the ocean's a powerful beast, man.
And it could turn like that.
It can just turn in a second.
Yeah, that was probably the craziest one because I was like, man, we could just be fucking gone. And I'm looking at him, and he's telling me shit. He doesn't even give a fuck, you know. He's
just nuts.
If I die, I die. This is my life, you know. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got things to do there, crazy sailor.
No, but we're still friends and stuff. Oh, he's a little lunatic, crazy guy.
Start to work him out of the roster. Did you ever get in a situation where you get surrounded by seals out there?
All the time.
They destroy the fishing.
The fish are scared, if anybody doesn't know this, but the seals they're super cute, but the fishermen hate seals.
They follow the fishing boats.
Exactly. And so when you're throwing bait, if you're using sardines, they'll eat those, you know? So if I ever see them around, we just stop throwing our baits in the water. Yeah. If you just wait maybe 15 minutes, they leave if there's no food. Yeah. But we always keep if we're catching, you have bycatch, if you're trying to target, let's say yellowtail, you might be catching some bass or some bonita or something. Yeah. And so we keep a couple of those on the boat just in case you hook into a yellowtail. Yeah. And the seal comes by because they eat your fish.
Yeah, right.
They'll just fucking take your fish off your line.
They're brutal.
And snatch it. So you'll throw
bastards.
A barracuda to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. If they're chasing your shit, you throw a barracuda, they start eating that.
Yeah. Diversion food.
Yeah, a little diversion.
Yeah, they're annoying as hell.
But those guys do some crazy shit out there. Yeah. Some of those guys that on the cattle boats, the big charter boats, you know.
Oh yeah.
The sport boats, they'll throw fucking hot sauce in a sardine, you know, and throw it at one of them, and then they'll freak them out.
I was on a boat once, and I swear the guy almost pulled a gun out and was gonna shoot the damn seals.
I'm sure they've done it before.
I'm sure they have because they're really annoying.
They're annoying for fishing, and also it ruins their business. You know, these guys that make their money doing that. Yeah. They'll go to a spot, and then they learn that they're just gonna get fed. Yeah. You know, so they just follow the fucking boats. They stick to you like glue.
Oh, yeah, they're brutal. Speaking of critters, though, have you ever been attacked by a critter, like a dog? Or going back to dog just a little bit. You ever been attacked or bit by a critter?
Have I been attacked by a dog? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think I've been stabbed by a stingray.
Here we go.
Stepped on one.
Here we go.
Ocean format.
Yeah. What happened? I want to hear this.
I got stung by one. I stepped in it. I was surfing and I had booties on. You know, you wear booties with a
elf
wetsuit.
shoes?
Yeah, kind of like elf shoes, but they keep your feet warm. And when it's cold, Pacific Coast has colder water.
Okay.
So I'm in the water, and you're supposed to do
slippers in the water.
Yeah, a little slipper in the sand, if you will.
Okay.
And you're supposed to do the stingray shuffle, where you just move your feet so it'll startle whatever stingray or some shit's in the water. And I was doing that, but something happened where a wave came and I stepped up, and just in that one step, I step on the fucking thing's tail, and it just I feel it wiggle under my foot, and it goes and it shoots that fucking barbed thing right into my foot. And it was one of the most painful things I've ever felt. So that was the one time I got attacked.
Stepping on a nail.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible. And it was the pain of that thing. And then I had to get out of the water. I thought I could continue surfing or whatever, and then I get out and it's still in my fucking foot.
It's like an underwater crucifixion almost.
Oh, it was even worse, you know? Have you read the Bible?
Once.
Right.
But it was at a Motel 6, so I don't think it counted because the last 6 pages were gone. Burn marks. My bed sheet was the Shroud of Turin, which was really weird. God, dude, why do you have to bring that up? But wait, so how deep in did the barb go?
Dude, it went in like a half an inch or whatever.
Oh,
and then I had to go to the lifeguard tower, and they pulled it out, and then they put my foot in a warm, like a thing of warm water, like a little bucket of warm water.
They didn't piss on it?
No, I asked for him.
Yeah, it's because you're supposed to pee on, or is that jellyfish?
I think you're supposed to, pee on the face. And I asked him, I said, pull it out, piss on my face. And I was yelling at me. I was in such pain, Harland. I was in pain.
Yeah.
And I said, piss on my fucking face, you piece of shit.
Wow.
And the guy just wouldn't do it.
Huh.
So I pull my own cock out. There I am trying to get a piss going. And, you know, when you step in the water, immediately you alleviate yourself. So I couldn't get a piss going. And the guy's like, put your dick back in your pants. I said, get it out of my leg. It was a whole scene, dude. So when you say an attack that was wild, that was one. I ended up sleeping with both the lifeguards.
No way.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe for the next podcast. But
wow,
it was a crazy time, man. I was young.
Yeah, you were young and you were stung.
I was young and stung.
You're probably disoriented.
Yeah.
You know, you get stung with a stingray in the foot. Who knows what you're gonna do next?
You never know, man. You know, it's a wild night with a couple lifeguards.
Were they male or female lifeguards?
They were both male.
And so it was like a threesome?
Well, if you include the skipjack.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. One of them brought a skipjack. Can you believe that? Skipjack tuna. I didn't even think we had those anymore.
That's a fish?
Yeah, it's a fish. You catch them, and not a very good eating fish. But one guy brought one. He's like, have you ever seen a skipjack? I said, what?
So he threw that into the threesome?
Yeah. It was an interesting time in my life.
Oily,
bloody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a big bloodline.
Smelly.
Where'd
this happen?
I can't get into that, Harland.
The threesome.
I've got kids.
You have kids?
No.
You have a dog?
I do. It's like a kid.
A wiener dog.
Wiener dog that you can roll down a hill.
God.
You're sick. You're sick. Has anyone ever told you that?
No.
You're a very sick man.
I know now.
Very interesting, man.
Yeah.
Harland's one of the only guys that I like, if anyone's ever at the comedy club, there's you and like maybe Brody was a guy that I'd make people watch, Brody Stevens.
Oh, okay.
God rest his soul, fucking funny guy.
Brody, yeah.
Man, I miss that guy.
You know, it's funny, the Brody, I met him. I'd never seen him do stand-up, and then I finally saw him do it at the Comedy Store, and 6 months later, he died. Like,
oh, my God.
He killed himself.
You met him?
I met him. I saw him perform once. I'd heard about him. I saw him perform once. I go, oh, this guy's wonderful. Yeah. And then I talked to him. I said, hey, I introduced myself. And then 6 months later, he passed away. But I was glad I got to see him before.
Oh, he was the best, man.
Were you close to him?
I mean, we weren't super. I mean, yeah, I knew him for the whole time I was doing stand up. You know, hanging out every day and every night at the comedy store. He was always there. But just such a funny fucking guy. But anytime I'd go there, I'd like, and I was with somebody, I'd be like, you got to watch this guy. But you're like that too. That's what I was saying. But
oh, wow. Thank you.
I can't believe he killed himself after he met you. That's
Many do. Many more will.
More to come.
Yeah. And more to go. Moment of silence for those that will go. Dude, we got to talk hair now. Enough with the fish and the freaking dogs. Let's get into the fucking hair. Let's get into
the meat of it, man. I'm growing mine out for a movie, actually.
Are you serial? What movie?
No, I'm not in the movie. I'm just watching Godfather 3 next week.
So you're growing your hair out?
I have long hair when I watch it, yeah.
Oh, God.
Rick, I did the joke for you, man. Rick Glassman. You know Rick Glassman. That's his favorite joke.
Try to block them out as much as I can.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're a sick man.
Yeah. But did you get the salt and pepper thing? Do people use that term on you a lot?
No, I guess. People think I dye my hair.
No, it looks nat.
Yeah, people think I...
oh, wow, look at that.
They think I dye it. I want it to be like yours though, like where it gets like, kind of white hair.
No. Hang on to it. Like you got the salt and pepper going.
Yeah.
I put, I have the salt and pepper, and then I put
Mayonnaise.
No, I put herbs and spices 11. I actually got the recipe for Kentucky Fried Chicken in my hair.
The seasoning.
Yeah, smells great.
Top. I like that. Yours looks good. You have good hair. You're not gonna lose your hair. They say if you have white hair.
Really?
Yeah, you're like a news broadcaster.
What if I just saw a ghost?
Then that's it, man.
That's why my hair is white. I saw a ghost. Oh, look at this.
What the fuck is that?
That's my hair in a bag. I just cut it today.
You keep your hair?
No, but I wanted to show it to you because I cut it today.
Let me see that.
That's my hair. I cut it earlier. I cut my own hair.
Looks like a fucking Weimaraner cut. Huh?
A Weimaraner?
I've seen a lot
Isn't
of hair.
that a dog?
Nothing like this.
Isn't a Weimaraner a dog?
This is good quality.
Right?
Yeah. You could probably get some money for this. You mind if I hold on to it?
You could have that if you want as a treat.
I think I'm going to keep it, man. Do you mind?
No, that's for you.
We're going to eat good today, boys.
You know what you could do with that? You could probably make fish flies with it.
You probably could. Old little fish flies.
You want to hear a funny story about hair? So you've done the Montreal Comedy Festival, right?
Yeah.
So years at Montreal Comedy Festival is like the biggest comedy festival in the world.
According to you.
Did
How does he know, in the world? Come on. I'm sure there's something in Iceland that's bigger. But whatever. Go on.
what else? Isn't it in the world?
According to you.
Okay. But you've done it.
Sure.
Did you love it?
It was so fun.
Yeah.
The biggest in the world.
I think it is.
Okay.
I think it could be.
Sure.
But you think it's in Iceland?
We don't know.
The biggest comedy festival in the world in Iceland?
I mean, you're saying it is, so we'll go with that.
Okay. But years ago, they decided to open like a comedy museum. And I used to have hair like as long as yours. And I thought, they said to me, they go, give us something we can put in the museum that's yours. And so I literally like pulled my hair back and cut the ponytail off, put an elastic around it and put it in a bag like that and mailed them my ponytail. And I thought, oh, what a treat for them to have Harland Williams ponytail.
Right.
And then they just laughed. They thought I was an idiot.
And they didn't put it up?
No, they thought it was a complete, like, stupid thing.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to send this in. And I'll be like, hey, you didn't go for the ponytail. What about a little shorter trimmings? Because that could have been the problem if it was a little too long. Because those displays are only so big.
Yeah.
This could fit anywhere.
What do people say about your hair, though? What are the comments you get?
A lot of girls say, oh, you have such good hair. Why you wear a hat all the time? And it's like, I get that comment a lot. And then people think you're bald when you wear a hat.
Why do you wear the hat all the time? And I'm not a girl, but I'm sort of, now you got me thinking like a girl. Why do you have the hat?
I wear the hat, to be honest, to keep my hair out of my face when I'm performing.
Okay.
And when I first started comedy, I had short hair. And then I just never was used to the long hair, and it was just easier. Like, I'm not going to wear a fucking ponytail, I'm not Harland Williams.
Well, I cut
80s.
mine off in all fairness and mailed it somewhere, but...
But, so then I just wear it because when I'm performing, it would get in my face and stuff, so...
Yeah.
I do pretty,
it's quite the transition, I'm going to be honest.
From, hat to no hat?
Like, hat, and then I'm going to just say it's got a real truck driver vibe, and then that's sort of like a model look.
Is it?
Like, you go, from truck driver vibe to,
Model?
hot model type of guy.
What are you doing later?
Do it. Well, I'm available if you have a truck. I don't know if I want the winking part, but I'll go for a truck ride.
Truck rides with Harland.
But there was an actor. There was an actor back in the 90s.
Pee Wee Herman.
No, he's like an Egyptian guy or something. And you sort of look like him. I think he was in Deuce Bigelow maybe. and he was in a few movies, but he had that look, very handsome.
Okay.
Yeah, these are compliments, guy.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah. But it's an interesting transition.
I'm sitting here with a bag of your hair.
Yeah. Finally.
I swear to God, I'm gonna put this online. I'm gonna put it on an OfferUp.
Okay.
You ever use that app? I just sold some tires on there.
What is it?
OfferUp.
What is it?
OfferUp. It's an app where you could like sell and buy shit.
Okay.
You know, for the old 4Runner that I have.
Yeah.
You can get parts there because it's hard to find stuff
Okay.
online for the older cars.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put your hair up on there, and I'll tell you exactly what I get for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Bag of my hair,
I'm
huh?
gonna put your pictures and everything up there. Yeah.
How much do you think it's worth?
We don't know. We're gonna find out. I'll start high, and then we'll keep going until somebody buys it.
For reals?
Yeah.
I'm fascinated to see how this goes.
We'll see what's up. Wow. We'll see what the market is for Harland hair.
It's so weird because I just gave you a bag of my hair as like kind of a freebie, as a gift, as a throwaway.
And are you pissed that I'm flipping it?
No, I'm excited. I'm flattered. I'm honored, and I'm really excited to see what a bag of my hair like can fetch. Wow.
Where do you get a haircut, Pep Boys?
No, I do it myself.
Oh, you do. Okay.
That's why I have the hair. I cut my own hair.
What do you just do? You look in a mirror and you.
I literally have a pair of scissors, and I've gotten so good at it. I just reach back without even looking. I trim it. I've done it since I was 25.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You've probably saved thousands of dollars.
I've saved thousands, but that wasn't the reason for it.
No,
the reason was I actually enjoy it. It's kind of therapeutic. And B, I was just sort of tired of barbers not getting it right.
Are you good with other people's hair?
I'm not going to answer that question.
What if I gave you a crack at this mane?
I could do something good with it, but I think it looks good as it is.
I'd say I could beg to differ.
I
I think a Harland cut would look nice.
I could cut it nice, but I'm telling you, it's a good look, guy. Like, you got a real good thing going on.
Cut my hair.
Like, if I was a fish, I'd just jump in your boat.
Cut my hair.
Got my wife. God.
Cut my hair.
You don't want me to cut your hair, do you? Oh, God. Why that voice?
Cut it off. I want to mix it with your hair.
You want to make a hair salad?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Cut it up. I'm going to go get it cut, man.
Are
I'm
you
gonna
really?
ask you. Yeah. It's
Why
in the
don't you
lawn.
try doing it yourself?
The fuck am I, an animal?
It's fun.
You're out of your fucking mind, Harlan.
That's true.
You cut your own hair. There's so many times where,
Bag it up.
yeah, you'll say something and I go, this guy's not for real.
Yeah.
Brody was like that, you know?
Well, see, you could toss this in your freezer
Why would I do that?
because it's in a freezer bag. Why wouldn't you do it is the real question. Who doesn't want to watch football and have some frozen hair?
Frozen hair sickles?
Yeah.
I think I might just glue it to my dog. He's kind of losing his hair.
Yeah, on his back legs.
I can have a Harlan Hound.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, a Harlan Hound. And I'll sell it to Ripley's.
Ripley's Museum.
Yeah. There's one right by my house. Holland Hound, believe it or not.
Have you ever been in that place?
I used to watch the show.
There's a Believe It or Not museum in Hollywood.
What's the biggest thing you didn't believe there?
The cost to get in? Like
How much?
$40 to see a statue of someone that was like used to be the tallest guy in the world.
They have that?
Yeah.
How tall is it?
He's like almost 8 feet tall. Yeah. Giant.
Big boy.
Yeah. But now I want to do something with you. You ready to do this thing? It's called Words from a Wooden Shoe.
Okay.
So
with it.
here's how it works, Bro Safiosh.
Hit me with it.
This is an authentic Dutch clog, okay? This is from Holland. And inside are words, right?
Okay.
And you don't look in, but you just reach in and you pull a word and see if it inspires a story or a memory from your life
All right.
that you can share with us. Words from a wooden shoe.
Genocide.
What?
Why?
Is that what it?
No, it's a shoplifting.
Oh, wow. They're close, though. They're sort
close.
of spelt the same.
Shoplifting. Okay,
Genocide.
this inspires a story, and I hate
Okay.
to bring it back to fishing.
No, please.
But
I
I
love
will.
the fishing. I love fishing.
So before I could afford any like fishing equipment and stuff like that, when we were younger, didn't have too much money for it. And
Yeah.
my brother and I used to like to fish.
Okay.
And we would just go to like the local like little ponds and lakes and stuff, you know, and like just scrounge up whatever little gear, little trout rod we could to go fish some bass or carp or whatever was in that little pond. And we would, I hate to say this, but shoplifting, we would go to like, there's a Big Five. Or was it, no, it was a Kmart. Kmart or Big Five, one or the other.
Was it
Whatever.
a Amir K Mart?
Amir K. That's the last name. And we would like shoplift little lures and jigs. And so that's,
Oh, wow.
yeah, and just so we could have something to fish with.
You really love fishing.
I did.
You'd steal the fish.
Steal to fish. That's my first special.
Steal the fish.
Steal to fish.
Did you ever get caught, though? Did you get caught
We were
stealing?
pretty good at it. I don't know. We were like young, so young.
I mean, that's not the easiest thing to steal. You're shoving fish hooks in your pockets.
Yeah, but they're in cases. They're like little
Well,
plastics. I
were
don't
they?
think- I mean, in the big scheme of things, I don't think they were worried about little kids shoplifting hooks. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Why didn't you just shoplift a damn fish?
Did you ever shoplift?
Yeah.
Well, what did you shoplift, Harland?
Oh, God. Well, in Canada, when you're a kid, right,
Yeah.
you had the winter, so you had mittens. You'd wear these big, fluffy mittens. And when you go into a store, you took them off. But meanwhile, they're like the perfect like tube to shove a chocolate bar down. So you'd go up to the chocolate bar thing. Oh, look at the lovely Snickers bar. Shove it down your mitten and just walk out. So I'd steal little snacks and treats.
Nice.
Not proud of it.
I am. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for doing that. 'Cause,
For
yeah,
stealing.
man, you're just a kid. You know, you
Yeah.
don't know any better. You got chocolate mitt hands, fending off fucking moose attacks. It's a thing, you know. You're Canadian.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
immigrated over here. Do you feel more Canadian or do you feel more American?
I think it's, home is always where the heart is.
Yeah.
So I think,
Which is in.
I think I feel more like I feel Canadian because that's where I grew up and I was born.
Right.
I mean, I definitely feel like I live in America because that's where I live, but I don't know. I think no matter where you're born, where you're from, you have like kind of this connection to it. What about you?
So you're more connected to Canada, you're saying?
I don't know. It's tough because I've been.
Where do you feel more at home? Like when you land in Canada, do you go, oh, God, thank God I'm home? Or when you get here, like, honestly, I came here when I was 5 years old from Iran.
Yeah.
Straight from Iran to Southern California. No English.
Wow.
No English.
No English at all?
I learned how to speak English, Harland, by mimicking the kids in my neighborhood. I'd watch them talk. I had a fucking Mexican accent for the first 3 years.
No.
Swear to God.
Wow.
And I think for me, I'm very proud of my heritage. I love
Yeah.
Iran. I love,
Yeah, of course.
everything about it.
Yeah.
But I feel American, so
Yeah.
that's one thing, and I deal with that a lot because I'm one of very few Iranian comics.
Yeah. How many
know?
are there?
Probably like a handful, 5 maybe. Wow. Maz, Max,
Yeah.
Tehran. There's a few of us. There's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Nima, I can name him.
Nima?
Nima Naz, he's another one, a young comic, very
Yeah.
funny. Very few Iranian comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you feel more American
I feel
though.
more American, and that's
Yeah.
the little conundrum, which is my last name. And it's just because I get a lot of messages because people want me to be maybe more Iranian than I am. And it's like, that's not my experience.
That's weird.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, talk about this, do that. Please do this and do that. But that's not my experience.
Yeah. That's
So
a weird pressure to be under.
it's a little bit of a pressure. But, I try to do my thing and not worry about it too much. Kind of like you, I'm sure you get a bunch of Canadians going, talk about the moose attacks.
No.
What city are you from?
Toronto.
Oh, that all makes sense now.
Yeah. There's no moose.
I thought you were like a Calgary, Edmonton guy.
No, that's west. That's Western
Okay.
Canada.
Yeah, I know where it is.
But
I thought that's like middle Canada, no? That's like the Texas of Canada.
what? Toronto?
Yeah, no. Toronto's the east, and then you got Vancouver on the west, and then you got the Calgarys and Edmontons in the middle, no?
No, they're sort of west.
They are still west.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's considered west.
Alberta. I
Alberta.
got fucking pulled over in Alberta, boy.
What'd you get pulled over for?
Dude, I got a rental car. And these guys don't play around. The little, what do they call them? The Mounties?
The Royal Canadian Mounted Royal Police.
Right. And I was on Queen Elizabeth's Express Highway. Or getting
Oh,
on
the
there.
QEW, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth's Royal Highway?
Yeah, what happened?
Dude, I got a fucking rental car. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm in town for a minute. I got to.
Yeah.
And I think I was doing a trip from like Edmonton. I was doing some gigs there, and then I was going to Calgary, you know? And I was like, oh, it's
Okay.
right over there. I'll just shoot
They're like
on.
3 hours apart.
Dude, I thought it was way closer. On a map,
Yeah.
it looks closer. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, and then how I got there.
And Red Deer's in the middle.
Yeah, Red Deer's in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done a gig there, but I remember passing through.
Yeah.
So I get the car, and I'm fucking driving. I go, what are the rules? I know how to drive in the States. Let me just give it a crack.
Yeah.
Here. So I'm driving. I get in the car, not even fucking 2 seconds into having the goddamn rental car.
Yeah.
I get pulled over by this fucking Royal Mountie Police, Mountie, whatever you call
Royal
them.
Canadian Mounted Police.
Whatever the fuck their names are.
Well,
Very nice guy.
they're mounted.
Oh, they're royal.
They're police.
Police. And so he came up, the most Canadian you can come up. You know, sorry. He came up with an apology.
He apologized,
Yeah, he goes, sorry. And because
Yeah.
I had fucking missed my turn to get on the expressway.
Okay.
So what do you do when you miss a turn, Harland?
U-turn.
Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
very
And he's
welcome.
hitting the right
Very
answer.
welcome.
So I do the fucking U-turn.
Yeah.
I don't understand that in this whatever the fucking area that I'm in, there's no U-turns, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
you know because the navigation told me to make a fucking U-turn, so I make a U-turn.
Right.
And so the guy goes, you know why I pulled you over? I was like, I have no idea. Like he goes, you made a U-turn. I said, oh, you're not allowed. He's like, not in this province.
The only place U-turns are really legal are on Sesame Street.
That's what I've heard.
But anyways, what happened?
So is that a thing that they're not they're illegal there? Or something?
They're illegal. Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
So how the fuck do you even know the expression a U-turn?
Well, because it's illegal to make them. So they say don't make a U-turn. It's
Oh, I
illegal.
see. So in general, in Canada, it is illegal.
It's illegal.
So he tells me, he goes, you know, it's not in this province. I go, what do you mean you don't make U-turns? He goes, we all kind of know where we're going.
Come on
He
now.
said that to me, bro, and I'm trying to get out of a ticket, so I start going. I start laughing, like I want to like laugh at his joke. I
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
and then he goes, well, I go, oh, I had no idea. I'm sorry, I'm from the States. You know, he's like, oh, okay, and he sees my ID, and he goes, oh, Los Angeles, okay. Would you come for the weather? Another joke because it's brutal. It's so cold at this time of year. And
Looks
I go,
like you found your
dude,
opening act.
I go, so I laugh even more at this fucking joke. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get out of this ticket.
Yeah.
And then he goes, well, what's going on? I go, well, the navigation told me to make a U-turn.
Yeah.
And then he goes, well, if the navigation told you to drive off a bridge, would you? Oh, dude, I fucking go, I start laughing even more.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, this guy's fucking insane. And he goes, hey, pal. He goes, don't worry. He's like, you know, I understand. And he goes, but before you go, I got a little souvenir for you.
Oh, here we go.
This fucking guy goes to the car, gets me a ticket, gives me a ticket.
Oh, you didn't bring your French toast?
No, I thought he was going to give me a bottle of maple syrup and I'd be on my
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Not the case, Harland. You don't mind if I call you Harland?
No, I love it. That's French. That's a French
Yeah.
Canadian saying of Harland. Harland.
Harland.
Yeah.
Harland voyant.
Harland William, s'il vous plaît.
S'il vous plaît. C'est long, s'il vous plaît.
So now what happened next? Did you
Bro, so I'm blowing the guy.
had a hairdryer in your car?
Yeah. Plugged into the, the little...
Cigarette
the
lighter.
cigarette lighter. Thank you very much. So I start blowing him, and he goes, what the fuck are you doing? I said, I heard that if you blow the officer, you get out of tickets. And he goes, you heard wrong. He said, where'd you hear this from? I said, there's these two lifeguards. And I told him that whole fishing story that I told you, and then the stingray that hit
Yeah.
me. And so, we talked for a little bit, and that's it. And you know what he did? He
What?
did tell me, he goes, you know what? If you're not going to drive around here, if you don't plan on getting a driver's license in this province, don't worry about the ticket. Don't pay it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. I was like, I don't want to fucking come to do gigs, so I paid the ticket anyway.
Oh.
Because I didn't want to be like getting
Yeah.
there and trying to get a rental car and then you
Yeah.
get jammed up again. So it was like $180 or something.
Oh, that's not fair.
Yeah,
For a U shape?
for a U shape. I didn't know that was a thing though. You guys can't make U-turns.
Yeah. Imagine that, $180 just to go like that.
Yeah, and it was right after I got out of the fucking rental car, like the garage, literally.
You should have said to him, you said, I didn't make a U-turn, officer. I did a rainbow turn. And then see what he said.
Because rainbow turns, they're
Gay.
racist.
Racist and gay. But right, because they're pretty much the same shape.
I would say so. Yeah, U-turn.
When you go, sir, you just made a U-turn, you go, no, I just made a rainbow turn, sir, officer.
Why would you say it like that, though?
Because you're doing the gay pride thing associated with the rainbow. Because rainbows are gay.
Rainbows are gay.
But U's aren't.
U's are not gay.
U's are straight. Rainbows are... But
yeah, and if they say that, oh, you can't do a rainbow turn, you could actually have a case in court,
right,
and say you guys are
discriminated,
gay bashers.
Gay basher, yeah,
right. That makes sense.
It's like I just did a rainbow, sir, and you're a gay basher. Is that how they talk? Gays, Canadian gays. No, I just did a rainbow turn, officer. Eh?
Harland Williams.
Harland Williams.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I have done a few podcasts.
Yeah.
This one in particular.
Oh no.
Is up there.
It is?
Is just up there with the I've there's times where I feel like we got our footing.
Yeah.
And there's other times.
Yeah.
Where we are a fucking wild man. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like you have that relationship with a lot of people. Like you never know when you're
what?
Like even watching your act, you're like, ma'am, could you not do that? Like that. It's so funny.
Yeah. So wait, you don't think we got our footing?
We got a footing.
Oh, good. When you start talking about fishing with me, you got both your footing. You got pudding.
You got pudding in a waiter suit.
Yeah, dude.
You got a set of waders?
I got hip waders, yeah.
They only go to the hip, huh?
I can lend them to you if you want.
For Colorado?
Yeah.
All right.
Really?
Yeah, they might come back with some stains.
I mean, if I had some hip waders, I'd lend them to you.
All right, you don't have. You were just saying.
If I had some, I'd lend them to you.
It's all good. You mind if I just check your closet to see if you got any?
I don't have closets.
Okay.
Yeah, I got one of those places at home where I didn't want closets because there's too many skeletons. I'm not a big fan of. If I want skeletons, I'll put my clothes in the graveyard. There's a lot of rectangle shaped places with bones in it, and I'll hang my stuff in there. I don't need.
No pun intended, huh?
No.
Dogs in there playing dead.
No pug intended.
Pug lug. Would you pull one thing out of there and see if you get inspired by a story? I know this isn't my podcast.
You want me to do it?
I'd love for you to
This
try.
has never been done on the Harland Highway.
I'm glad we have a first.
All right. Well, let's do it. I won't look. I've never.
Holland ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see what I got here, guy. Oh, wow. Trip and fall. Trip and fall.
What comes to mind?
Have I ever tripped and fell? I'm trying to think. God. I honestly don't know if I have. The one thing I picked. Everybody's tripped and
You
fell.
have to have tripped and fell, or maybe, I've been on a mushroom trip and did something where you fell, or...
Oh, I got a great story.
Okay.
So I was at Burning Man one year.
Sure.
And
The biggest comedy festival. Right?
I went to Burning Man, and I was with this family. I went with this family, right? This hot girl and her sister and the sister's friend, and the father came. He was this older guy.
Okay.
And the father decided to be naked the whole time, 24/7 pretty much. He was naked in front of his daughters and everything. And then one night we just decided to go out hiking and stuff. And some people probably smoked a little weed, not me, but the people I was with.
Sure.
And we came upon a fire. There were some people standing in the middle of the desert in front of a big bonfire. And for some reason, this father guy, he was like, walking in front of us, and he tripped, and he just sort of like lurched in front of us. Like he didn't go down, but it was one of those almost perpetual falls. Like he just kept kind of going and going.
Biting up a staircase?
Yeah, like it went way too long.
Right.
And not me, but the people I was with were a little high.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things that triggered us, and we just laughed like we couldn't stop laughing for about 45 minutes. This guy just
Dick out and all.
No, he was clothed at that point.
Oh, I thought he was naked.
He was naked for most of it, but for this point he had his clothes on. But he just did this lurchy kind of thing, and it just, for some reason, it
That
made
got
me.
you going?
Yeah, it just made me.
That's a great story,
Yeah.
I thought, for that.
That is good. Because I was thinking, have I ever tripped and fell? And I couldn't think of one, but this guy was hilarious. Buddy, before we go, will you please tell the folks where they can see you on tour? Amir's an amazing fucking comic here. Okay.
Well, thank you, Harland.
Yeah, and also you do. Do you do acting as well?
I do some acting, yeah.
Like, where can they go? Can they go to your website? Can they go to your social media?
They can go to my website. All my social media is at Amir Comedy. So
Okay.
you can just find me at amircomedy.com for my tour dates. I'll be in Los Angeles. I got the Improv coming up, doing my hour there. I usually do that once a month. I got Colorado coming up. I don't know when you're going to put this out, but I got Colorado, Fort Collins. I got Minneapolis coming up. I got Chicago coming up.
Damn.
I have some East Coast dates. I can't think, but just go to amircomedy.com.
Yeah.
You can find it there. And then Instagram at Amir Comedy.
Yeah,
I post clips all the time. So
you do?
yeah,
Okay,
you can
good.
Go on there and check it out.
Dude, thank you for coming on the Harland
Buddy,
Highway.
I had
Do you want
such a good
to?
time.
Do you want to put the phones back on? Because I'm going to hit the theme
Oh, yeah,
music again.
Let's hear the theme music.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amir K. We don't know his last name. We don't want to know it.
You're never going to find out.
And this has been the Harland Highway podcast. Buddy, thank you so much.
Buddy, I had a blast. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
We got to go fishing.
Happy
soon.
fishing and enjoy the hair.
Thank you
We'll
so
see how
much.
much you get. And folks, thanks for being here. Amir K. Check him out. Go see him do stand-up. Go to his social media. Go to his stand-up shows. And until next time, chicken chow mein, baby.